So we got massive news at EVO this year. Yes, the last two characters of this year for 2XKO have been announced. It's going to be Lux and Samira. I honestly didn't expect it. I thought we got Thresh and Senna 2 weeks ago. We got a big patch 2 weeks ago. They're not going to have anything for EVO, but they decided to get, honestly, ahead and release these news because Lux and Samira are not going to release until some time later. It seems they're actually going to be a little bit further apart compared to previous champion releases, which makes sense. They just dropped 2 champions and a whole new game mode. So I don't expect content to come super fast. But I kind of want to make a video talking a little bit more about the 2 characters and sort of what I think about them. And my reaction is very positive, okay? One thing that I was asking for in 2XKO, it wasn't my main priority, but one thing that I was asking for was more mages. League of Legends has so many iconic mages, and the really only mage we had was Ahri. And she's also not even like a full-blown mage in League. She's a little bit of an assassin kind of playmaker kind of mage. But I really liked what they did with her, how they turned her sort of magic into her normal buttons and her attacks and her projectiles. I think Ahri's a really well-made character. I know that everybody hates her right now because she's top 1. But overall, they did a really good job at translating a mage, and I wanted to see more of that. So as soon as they revealed Lux, I think to myself, like, it's such a good choice. I mean, listen, everybody understands that Lux kind of had to be in the game. She is extremely popular in League of Legends. She's extremely well known. She's one of the poster children of League of Legends, and I was very satisfied with her because she's a mage, and as you can see her in her gameplay, she looks sick. I mean, I'm sorry. Listen, Lux is a very simple character in League of Legends, pretty boring, and honestly, since we're talking about it, her model is kind of bad in League, and this new redesign is pretty crazy. I didn't expect it at all. They did a lot more of that sort of wing motif. And they kind of changed her outfit very heavily, which I kind of like. I think her other outfit was kind of like armor with like black tights underneath, which isn't bad. But I think this design, trying to go for something a little bit more out there and very different to traditional Lux, is good, because I've liked most of the redesigns in 2XKO so far. And I'll do a theory craft video related to her gameplay, so I don't want to talk about her gameplay too much. But of course, her effects look sick. We didn't see a lot. We saw very little of her kit. So I'm really excited to eventually see that trailer, which they said releases in the fall. And if they follow the same pattern, it means that 1 week after her trailer releases, we should be getting her full release as a character. And when they say fall, of course, that could mean a variety of different things. I personally think it's going to be early fall. She'll probably release somewhere in early September. I don't think they want to delay her too much, but off topic, but it kind of lines up perfectly because Tokon is going to release early August, which means that we get to play Tokon for a month without the Lux release sort of taking away of our time at all, which I think is pretty good. I think it's pretty good that 2XKO is going to go on a little bit of a slower pace when Tokon comes out, because I think a lot of 2XKO players are interested in Tokon as well. But enough about Lux. I know we barely saw anything about her, but I am so excited for Samira. She was my #1 pick for year 1. I understand that Riven was a really good objective pick, but my personal choice was Samira. I'm not a Marvel vs. Capcom player, so I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, we need Dante in the game. I understand Dante is extremely iconic for Marvel vs. Capcom, and that Samira, being a Dante-inspired character made by MVC lovers on the 2XKO team, is probably going to play like Dante. Regardless of that, I think she's an amazing choice for the game, Yeah, she's an AD carry, but she doesn't play like a traditional AD carry at all. In League of Legends, she's very much all in. She wants to go in, hit a bunch of people, do different abilities, keep resetting her dash, keep ultimating as much as possible. And that just fits so well with fighting games. As for her redesign, it's kind of interesting. As far as, I remember off the top of my head, she kind of has like the leather pants and armor look. And in 2XKO, it's different. She has like bell-bottom pants and like this crop top blazer looking kind of thing straight up. But I think she looks amazing. I'm so excited for Samira. I can't wait. She's pretty much a few months off, but I'm so excited for her. I think ending the year with these two characters is a pretty good choice. I think Lux, again, is a character that will attract a lot of people, and anybody who plays League before will probably be attracted to trying out Lux. So I hope that she's kind of like a simple character. Again, I don't want to get into her gameplay because I'm going to make a whole video talking about her gameplay and how I think she's going to play like, but I hope she's a simple character. And for Samira, I hope she's the opposite. I hope she's like Yasuo. I hope she's like Akali, very stylish, a lot of freedom. And it kind of seems like it's going to be that way because people asked Marlon Pie, the guy who designed Akali and Yasuo, if he was designing Samira, and he responded with a winky face on Twitter. So if that is the case, we are in good hands. Samira is going to be a very stylish and sick character. I'm just so happy that this game is doing so well. Senna and Thresh release plus the climb was just knocking it out of the park, and then adding these two characters, showing them at Evo so that people can get hype, and showing both of them at Evo. They didn't have to show Samira. They could have just stopped at Lux. They decided, no, we'll show you all the characters for this year. I think that's very interesting. And then they might end up doing that in the future as well. They might end up just showing us all the characters at once. If for year 2, we don't know. But that's talk for another time. I'm happy that they added Lux and Samira. What do you guys think? Are you guys happy with the choices? I know that a lot of people still want other champions, Set, Riven, Rengar, etc. But you gotta admit, these two are really good choices for the game.